flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, poof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, poof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this Sunday morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Glad to see y'all here. We're waiting on our guest. We're going to see, these are busy professionals, so we're going to see if anything has changed. And it turns out it hasn't. The beautiful Shawa's in the building. Salute. And as I'm speaking, guess who shows up? None other than the only man that gave Martin Bacoli an L. Michael, the bounty hunter, is in the building. Salute to you, good brother. How you feel?
How you doing? Y'all good? Appreciate
man, we
y'all
good.
for
We
having
good,
me.
man. We good. I'm Drew Titan. That's the trainer, Stormy Beeman, in the building, and that's our queen, Shower, in the building, man.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, I had
What's
the
good,
pleasure
man?
speaking on you on the phone. You know, Miles put us in contact, man. Salute to you, good brother.
Absolutely.
I got you knocked up. I got you locked in. And we already got a lot of faces in the building. For those of people that have been living under the rock for a little while, let the audience know who you are if they don't know.
My name is Mike the Bounty Hunter, two-time Olympian. Went to the Olympics 2008, 2012, representing the United States. I've been a pro for since 2013, and just been on the journey, always trying to spread the message to the youth. I learned to move through life through boxing. You know what I'm saying? So the way I have respect and humbleness, and how I treat others is it's through a boxing eye, if you will. So I like to share my knowledge and spread it against the youth, and it's a warrior mentality, but it's all with respect and humbleness. So that's what I'm about.
Absolutely. And that's what we're here to talk to you about. I can appreciate you being humble and everything of that nature. But Mike, now's not the time to be humble, my brother, because here's my issue. And salute to my brother, main event Mark. He said, pull right up and he said, salute, Mike. No one wants to fight this man. Mike, let's get to the smoke, brother. We know you're humble. I also know you're a highly skilled heavyweight fighter.
Yeah.
Now, there's a problem. I love what Turkey Al-Sheikh is doing. The only problem I have is that you wasn't in that damn picture.
Yeah.
And you deserve to be there, brother, because you're putting in work like everyone else.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's just a matter of time. Somebody we got to get to his ear. We need to continue to have situations like this and opportunities for me to, jump on exclusive podcasts like yourself and be able to express it and continue to stay busy.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not ducking any smoke, but you're seen to me as what they call in the business a high risk, low reward. Nobody wants to lose to you,
right? Because
they know they can lose to you,
right?
Because if they thought they could beat you, you'd be on their resume,
right? And really, when they say high risk, it just really means it's just low reward. That means it's riskier than the reward it is. You know what I'm saying? So
correct.
Yeah, it's just not flip flop. So not necessarily to say that I won't do just as good as numbers as any of these other heavyweights, because you know, these guys are a lot of these guys aren't even American, you know, right now. So they're not bringing no draw. They're not drawing guys in, you know. So
Right.
I think I got the opportunity to do that.
Well, I think you need to grandstand right now because, as we spoke on earlier, everyone's high on Martin Bacoli. I'm high on Martin Bacoli. Let me be clear. I'm high on Martin Bacoli. I'm
It's
very
well
high on
deserved.
him
I agree.
because he went in there and I'll say everyone's using the term exposed.
Right.
I don't want to say that to be disrespectful to Jared Anderson, but when he lost that fight and the way he lost it, unfortunately, and I need people to understand what I'm saying. Unfortunately, Jared seems to me that he is who I thought he was. He fought a bunch of fights
Right.
that he was supposed to win, and the moment he got in there with somebody that could test his mettle, he lost, and that's it. That's boxing. That's boxing.
I mean-
and I had to remind people. I said, you know, Bacoli lost to Michael Hunter, right? And people say, oh yeah, but Jared Anderson. I'm like, no. This killer already lost to an American fighter. Do y'all know that, right?
Right.
And it's like nobody's hearing us. So I'm like, you know what, man? We got to remind the people. And I need you to get in your bag, brother. I need you to get in your bag.
I know Bacoli is you know, like you said, I think it's a rightful thing that you know, he says you know, everybody's scared of him, nobody will fight him. But the only bad part about it is he doesn't mention my name. You know what I'm saying? he gotta air that one out. You know, so
yeah,
I think that you know, anytime that he says that, my name is gonna obviously be brought up, and you know, he quit in that ring that night. So
wow.
I know a lot of
elaborate
people,
on that. Elaborate on that. We say he quit in the ring.
Yeah, well, I was explaining to y'all earlier, my guy earlier, that you know, his energy. When we were first starting to box, now I went over to his, you know, his neck of the woods. I was on his promotion. I was a 7-1 underdog, supposed to be knocked out in the first half of the fight.
Right.
So all the odds, everything was against me. I wasn't going over there for a decision, even though I knew I could easily win a decision. But I knew that wasn't going to happen if, you know, being over there. So I think that a lot of the youth, we need to know what type of what time it is, you know, and what type of fight we're in. You know, sometimes you could lose a fight and gain status. You know, it still be good for you in your career. Sometimes you can't win a decision. If you win a decision, it ain't going to be enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that we have to know what type of battle we in, and I kind of knew exactly what I was in, and I knew I had to knock him out. So, but you know, he was, you know, he towers over me. He's like what 6'6", 6'7", and he kept, you know, kind of looking over me, like, you know, looking down on me and stuff, like I was a little guy, and I kept trying to shake his hand and stuff, which he didn't do, which was cool because we in war. You know, that's
right.
that's yeah. I don't have no, you know what I'm saying? It's just that. And then, you know, he has a lot of sparring stories, right? So I knew that all his you know, reputation come off of sparring. So if you see in the first round, what I try to do is they already tell you to touch gloves in the beginning of the fight. So when the bell rings, you're not supposed to touch gloves. Only somebody that does that they have a sparring mentality. They've been sparring too much usually. So if you see in the very bell ring, I tried to touch his glove. I tried him just to see if he did, because he didn't give me that respect before. But he didn't touch my glove. So I said, well, he got the same energy. That's good. You know what I'm saying? He's in his fight bag. He's in his fight mode, right?
Right.
But in the middle of that fight, in about 6th or 7th round, the bell was ringing. The bell just had ring. I was digging in his gut, like the bell rang, and I turned around. He pat me on my chest and on my head, like, "Good job." And I just got the chills on my body, and I said, "Oh, I got him now." That was it. And once he tapped me, once I turned around and he tapped me, like, you know how it's like almost like a sparring, like, "Good job," like tap me on my butt, like we walking around. But this is war. You know what I'm saying? He just broke. So at that point, it was like the 6th or 7th round, and then my corner kept telling me that he was trying to quit. And sure enough, if you look at on the corner, he was trying to quit, and he kept talking about his arm. He had no problem with his arm before the fight. You know, I had cut cuts on my eyes. I tore a rotator cuff, a broke hand in the fight. So there was it's no excuses when when it's war. You know what I'm saying? Your arm, but he tried to quit. I mean, he quit physically and mentally. He quit, but they didn't let him quit physically, and you can see that, and that's why he went out like he did.
So you broke his will.
Yeah, oh yeah. I always say, he's a hard shell. He's hard on the outside, but he's really soft on the inside. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
It's a little hard there, but he's just hard. You know what I'm saying? He's a big bully. You know what I'm saying? But once you get inside there, you know what I'm saying? It's time to swim.
Wow. Stormy, what you got on that, good brother?
Oh, there's a lot to work with there. Salute to you, Mike. Nice to meet you here, man. I'm out of the shot. And I think you're out in California, right?
No, I'm in Vegas.
You're in Vegas? Okay. You know Derek Harmon?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Derek and I are good friends. You can ask Derek about me. So he and I are good friends. When he left Chicago, I took over working where he used to work when he went to pursue his professional dreams. So
that's cool. Oh, that's cool.
So we go back a long way.
I was with them not too long ago when I was sparring with Anthony. He was down there in Dallas.
What I wanted to say is it's interesting that your revelations of being in there with Bacoli, because he does have a lot of sparring stories and his reputation is built upon sparring. But there have always been guys throughout the sport of boxing that have made their names in the gym. But under the lights, they weren't able to resonate the same type of appeal or even success.
Right.
Bacoli is a front runner. He's a guy.
I'm on the phone.
He's a guy that has relied heavily upon his physicality, but he comes up short on the psychology. The reason that you were able to deal with him the way you did, and I watched your fight with him, you see, once he recognized that his physicality couldn't overbear you, he had nothing else to go on. He had nothing.
It was over.
It was supposed to be you either get fatigued from him, being physical with you or whatever, or you submit to that. But it was never the fact or thought to him or his people. You're a two-time amateur champion, Olympian and everything.
Yeah, see, they looked at me as a
you
small
have experience.
Right.
You have experience. You've seen all styles. When you get to the Olympics, you done fought some of everybody. You done fought guys who run away, guys who come after you, guys who try to outslick you, guys that can't outthink you. So you had layers of the type of experience that he didn't have. Also, the guys over there that he may be sparring and beating and pounding on, a lot of them don't have that pedigree as well.
Right.
And when they have reached Olympic status, some of them have had the benefit of being awarded victories and opportunities, not on their merit, but because of their local, See, people don't understand this.
And it's starting to show up. I mean, they've been taking a long time. A lot of these fighters have been getting away with it. They've been faking the funk for quite some time now, but it's showing up,
It's showing up. And the thing about it, see, psychologically, you broke him down. And he was looking for a way out now, or looking for an excuse. I couldn't knock him out, so I got to figure out what I'm going to say and this and that. So, I was injured. My arm wasn't good or whatever. Well, he can always run it back with you, right?
Right.
You feel like that? So it's like that's more defining. And what's funny about these guys of this era, if they have a tough go, they don't even want that anymore. It's like, I don't want. I remember when Teofimo Lopez, I thought he lost to the Japanese guy he fought, that tall Japanese guy. And he's like, I don't want to fight no more tall guys. It's like, dude, you can't control that. It's like, if somebody's taller or what, you need to learn how to fight taller guys. In other words, your trainers and everything, people who prepare you for the opportunities. They have to have you prepared for whatever you're facing in there. And see, your amateur experience brought you through there. And that's the other reason why they don't want to face you now.
Yeah,
because
I don't get myself no excuse. Even when we were in the TCL league, the 1 round, it's literally 1 round. I mean, what can you do with 1 round? But I mean, you gonna win or not? You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I had to judge myself. Okay, well, next time I'm gonna have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all they're giving you. So, and that's why I end up doing things like that.
The best fighter that you fought, and it's been proven now, was Usyk.
Right. Absolutely.
But guess what? He, like you, had that type of experience, right?
That's right.
Now you see, cream rises to the top.
That's right.
When you have someone that's adept like that, has gone through the amateurs, gone through the Olympics, just like you have. See, when you get to that top like that, that's the difference. I said when Tyson Fury finally decided to take the fight against Usyk, I said Usyk is the best fighter that Fury has ever fought.
That's right.
And I said he's gonna lose to him. Didn't I say that, Drew?
You absolutely did.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing, and they was mad at me. I said he's basically, if he was our size, he wouldn't be no good. That's not a pound for pound.
That's right.
If I was your size, I would beat you up. And if we were all smaller, you wouldn't win.
I told Drew a while back, and this is kind of funny, but I'm not trying to be funny, but it's true. If Ali were around in this day and time, and he had to go against someone like Tyson Fury, he'd tell the press, "Ain't no guy who's knock-kneed and slew-footed gonna whoop me."
That's right.
You understand?
Fact.
Yeah. Knock-kneed and slew-footed.
I mean, he literally punched himself in the head.
Yeah, he ain't got no boxing skills. But people want to pass that off. He's just a big, tall guy. There have been big, tall guys better than him that didn't even get a chance to win titles because the real title holders were better.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I just said they were better than him.
Right. And see, that's what a lot of the fans don't get to see. They don't understand that it's the opportunities in the business. This is like 90% business and 10% fighting at this moment. You know, we got Turkey Ali's pushing it the other way a little bit, but you know, it's more of a business move right now. And these guys are faking the funk, you know.
Who are you aligned with now as far as, you know, promoter wise?
Yeah, I wanted to know if you're still with Don King.
Yeah. Right now I'm with Don. I'm waiting for them to announce the WBA regular belt. I'm on the phone, Michael. I'm for the WBA regular belt with me and Kabrat Pulev. And once that is ordered and I dust him off, then the next thing will be I'll be in line for Usyk. So he'll probably end up letting the belt go or whatever, but I'll be there, you know.
Would Don be interested in allowing you to take an opportunity in a Riyadh season event?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what he's pressing on. He would like to get the Pulev Michael Hunter in Riyadh if we could. That's what he's pushing for.
Yeah.
That's what we're pushing for.
Because we know at least in those events, it's best fighting the best. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it's not no angle thing where guys are protecting you from this guy or that kind of thing. That's why I asked that question.
I got a question then. So they're trying to get that fight from Miller too. So your team, is your team getting that for you instead?
Yeah, because I'm the gold belt champion. I have the gold belt. So if Miller get it, then he gonna have to see me next anyway. So that's my guy and all, but I didn't really. I kind of thought that was disrespectful for him to jump over and try to jump when he know my journey. I've been knowing him since Vladimir Klitschko days, since I was an amateur. So he need to reach out and
it's a dog eat dog, and that's why I brought you on,
and
man.
I ain't mad, but you know what I'm saying. I didn't want him to step on my toes because we respect each other in a certain way, but it is what it is. So
well, let me point something out.
Just let him know to stay out my way, and that's it.
No, well, let me point something out. And salute to I Am Legend Boxing in that super chat, man. Salute to you, good brother. See you in Vegas, good brother. Let me point something out. Oh, and Shara, you got a cash app from our brother Eric Jordan.
And I have one from Eric Jordan also. He says, for the ninja sword was to great heavyweight.
What do you say?
Yeah, the ninja sword. That's something we got. Let me get that to my brother real quick.
Give power to my nigga sword.
Yeah. Man, salute. Let me point something out.
Thanks,
Bud Crawford beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence decides, I'm gonna get back in the saddle. He would set up the fight for Sebastian Fundora. And Bud said, well, man, that's my fight right there. Fundora got Tim Tszú's belt. I'm supposed to line, I'm gonna get that belt. Errol Spence said, everyone said Errol got to get back in line. He said, I don't do lines. Now look, that's the business. Although it wasn't right, I thought that was Bud's food to go eat. But Errol is still the quote unquote popular fighter.
Right.
So he was going to get that opportunity in the business, kill that fight. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm still investigating it. But my point is, we're in the business where people just jump the line all the time. So it's time for you, and I know you and Miller's cool, but it's feast or famine.
That's
you gotta eat, brother. I see you got little man in the back.
That's right.
That little man needs to look. He behind you waving something. Watch your back. You got to give him the best of the best of the best of the best because he deserves it, and you deserve it. So this ain't personal; it's business. And you got to get in your bag. I've been sitting around wondering for like about a good 5 years. I'm like, why this brother ain't getting no opportunity? What's going on?
And it's not like I haven't been trying and I haven't been pushing the issue, but you know, I didn't been with every promoter pretty much all the big promoters and stuff. So you know, like you said, I need my chance, I need my shot. I'm ready.
Yeah, you ready for it, man. I mean, you went with Usyk. The way Usyk boxed on AJ, the way Usyk boxed on Danny Dubois, he didn't do that with you. He didn't like dominate you in spots. You understand? It was like a toe for toe, and he got the nod, but you wasn't dominated.
Just check the tail of the tape. You'll see that I was underweight from the weigh-ins to the night of the fight. I was 2-3 pounds under the night of the fight than the weigh-ins. He had rehydrated 8 or 9 pounds, and people still say that I gave him his toughest fight. I wasn't even trying to win in that fight. I already knew that I was a dead man in the water. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to get through the rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I hadn't fought in a year. I would go from PBC. I was fighting on PBC then. PBC they never go across the board and let you fight nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? Really? They're very protective of their fighters and they fight all in-house and stuff like that. But they let me go across there by myself with no representatives. And I hadn't fought for a year, but I knew I was about to have my son and all that, and I needed the money. So, like I said, I ain't got no excuses. We know when there's a law in boxing, and the law is box the fighters and fight the boxers. I learned we learned right then and there who was the boxer that night. So, and I already know that once I'm in shape and all that, I already know he's not a fighter by heart. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a fighter in heart, but that's not his style. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and that's what I
boxer that night for sure.
And that's what I meant when I talked about when you two guys paths crossed. You were the equivalent, basically looking in the mirror,
right?
You know, because of your amateur backdrop and where you were with your careers. However, like you said, we wouldn't know this unless it was revealed by you personally. The weight issues that you had and everything. You know, a lot of times when you go traveling, you have to be very careful about what you eat and drink.
Right.
When you're on foreign soil. So, and you said you didn't have your own representation over there with you. So people to kind of like watch out for you in the deepest.
Absolutely. There's so many things
that makes all the difference in the world.
If you don't have a team and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess boxing is an individual sport, but there's so many that, you know, when other guys got 10, 20 people going, you know what I'm saying, they're going against you, and you going against the house, you know, you need to have a small circle, you know what I'm saying? You can't do everything by yourself. So
while we're on this subject, I'd like to ask you, have you heard about Tyson Fury's past? when it comes to maybe things being not so kosher and on the up and up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I mean,
so my question, I'm not saying anything specific, but what are your thoughts about that being a part of the sport, the reality of it? Because there are people like who do what we do here, like this show that we do, and we always bring the real, okay? But there are people out here who try to pass things as if, oh no, it's not like that. You know, you don't know what you're talking about, this and that. But unless a fighter can actually, who's gone through things and can say, hey, yes, certain things exist. All we like is like sincerity. You know what I mean? And so when I'm asking you that, I'm not asking you to throw anybody under the bus, but I'm just simply asking you about you being aware that you know of things that are just not unsavory when it comes down to this sport.
Well, that's why it's more of a business, because then if that was the case, then we could just, it would be an all whole guard. You know, it would just be like going up a rank. You know, you should be fighting the next number, but it's not like that. There's teams and you know, what they call the promotion. You know, they're promoting it, so they're making it look like something that is actually not totally. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, it's a thin line, but you know, we kind of know when there's serious cheating going on. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at my Povetkin fight, I'll tell you a story. That in that fight, and I didn't have a lot of experiences in a lot of fights, and this is the first show in Riyadh over there, supporting Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz too. I fought Alexander Povetkin, and in that fight, every round, in the end of the round, he was almost out. I said, he about to quit. He ain't gonna make it. It's only the third, fourth round. He limping every time, and then when the bell ring, he come back all energized and stuff.
He's fresh, yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, he just probably faking the funk. You know, he's a veteran. You know, he's been around. So I'm going through the rounds, and I just every round. I'm like, every round it changed my game plan, because when I heard him, I just knew he wasn't gonna just. Eventually, he was gonna give up. You know, it's gonna be too much for him. Not that he was gonna quit, but I was just gonna be too much for him. But he just kept coming back with the same strength. And now, usually when somebody's strong, very strong, they last and they can handle your stuff, they don't get hurt and then come back strong. They just stay strong. You know what I'm saying? But he was getting weak and then coming back strong, getting weak. And in the fight, I was perplexed. I was like, I'm confused. I was like, he actually, in like the 10th or 11th round, he literally broke my will to try to. I thought I did, and I said, champ, you good. It's the 11th round. You didn't did enough. Just go ahead. And I ain't never said just go take your bite. You know what I'm saying? I never told myself that. Until then, I said, damn, this motherfucker, his will is. I ain't never been able to break somebody, not being able to break somebody like that. And then I watched. We was looking. My guy was looking at the tape, like, you know, months later, and he just seen something. He said, "Oh wait, go back." And there he goes. He had, you know, the smelling salts. It's right. I'll send it to you guys. But I get a clear view of him using smelling salts right in the corner.
Do you remember which round you saw that in?
I'll find it. I got the little clip of it. I got the clip of it. I put it on my Instagram, my Twitter a few times.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know, it's funny. See, these things are real, and it has happened for years, especially when you're fighting outside the states, man, because certain things are allowed in certain places. It's just like over in Japan, they let Monster Inoue stack his raps.
Yep.
Okay, he's already a good puncher, granted. But if he's stacking, oh yeah, he's gonna get an even better desired result out of being a knockout fighter over there. And I had said when Stephen Fulton went over there to fight him, I told everybody that would listen, I was like, Fulton is a good defensive fighter. I said, all he has to do is not let this guy hit him, because I know Fulton is a kind of guy, he wants to prove something all the time. You know, that's just his nature. But he can box you if he sticks to his game. He could box you, look slick, and win that way. But for some reason, I knew he was going to go over there and try to see if he could take the guy's shot and best him. Well, once he got hit, it was over. You know what I mean? And that was it. You know, but you can't do that under those situations. We seen it with Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder. Fury went down in that 12th round of the first fight. He was out.
Yep.
The fight should have been waved off. He was KO'd. Jack Reese got down on his knees over him, yelling the count into his face, and woke the man up who was already unconscious with his eyes open. But whatever they give him, that's what helped him get up like that. And he used it again and again and again. Because there's something that is out there that they can use, but they don't use it on this side of the world in the West. They use it over there. Gerald McClellan against Nigel Benn ran into the same thing. He knocked Ben out in the first round. Ben was unconscious when he went through the ropes and hit the floor. The ref gave a slow count.
Fell off. He'll be back.
And next thing you know, Ben woke up. They gave him plenty of time to get back in the ring, and the fight resumed. But he should have been counted out.
Should have been counted out.
Yeah.
And
he was out. But something woke him back up. And all of a sudden, against a puncher like Gerald McClellan, McClellan was anesthetizing guys.
Yeah, I saw that. Because that was the first round, wasn't it?
First round.
Yeah. And didn't he hit him twice? Didn't he dang near knock him out twice in that fight?
The way that Gerald McClellan was killing people, he could hit you with one punch and cancel you.
Yep.
And he got Ben with that one punch. But whatever they give him, it woke him back up. It's almost like having a shot of adrenaline. When your body is in a crisis state and they give you that adrenaline and you pop back.
And unknown.
He did that, yeah.
Unknown to a lot of people, he didn't pee at the end of that fight, y'all.
Yeah, he faked like he was passing out. He fainted, and he had to be taken to the hospital too.
Oh yeah,
they didn't test him.
They don't test you.
Now the 86 in that super chat. He says salute Drew and to everyone on the panel, and salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to everybody. Hashtag F the haters. Hashtag LDBC for life. And salute to my brother J Bean boxing and betting. Say keep on punching, Drew. I'm on a job, man. And salute to everybody. Go ahead, Shawa.
Something else I also found funny about the end of that fight with McClellan is just his demeanor. He came across as somebody who was maybe like doping, because it's one thing to talk smack. He didn't ever go over there to see if that man was okay, and he knew he was over there being put on the stretcher and with the collar being put on.
Yeah.
He was just so callous to me at the end of that, and I don't know, maybe that's something I don't understand about boxing. But no, I've seen guys go over there and check on the other man.
Guys who are on something, shower and chat, the temperament usually shows in their behavior, even when okay, we know fighters can get on for their fights. They can get up for that. And they, your adrenaline is flowing, you're in your ego moment and all of that. But when you can't turn that off, that's when people need to be looking at you sideways. And Nigel Benn was that guy.
Yes, he was.
Chris Eubanks Sr. will tell you that. He say he didn't even want to say anything to Nigel Benn when he was facing him because he felt like Nigel would punch him at the press conference or whatever. He wasn't joking when he said that. There's people out here who got stuff coursing through their veins.
Sure.
His son is that way.
Yeah.
That little runt of a man walks around like he can take down King Kong.
Yep.
And that's not because he's confident in his boxing ability. And before he started jacking and juicing, if you look at his physical makeup, he was definitely not anything the ladies was looking at either.
Nope. But then he came out looking like an action figure on the other side. You know?
Yeah, that's
He
why I
did.
called him Ben Vereen, like Wolverine. I call him Ben Vereen because when he jacked up, that's what you saw. Yeah.
Oh
And then
man.
you see what's happening with that now. Him and Chris Eubank and the claws that they're putting on Chris.
Yeah. I want to see, and I don't know. I just sent Mike a text. You know, he had Little Man running around, so if he could come back in, that'd be dope. But that won't be the last time. If he can't make it back in, that's okay. That won't be
But
the
you
last
see
time.
how he was able to reveal some things?
Yeah,
And we
he
didn't have to reveal specifics, but it's like, there it goes. It lets you know, man, listen, there's a lot going on out here. A lot.
yeah, we're not just making it up.
Listen, I had a question for him about the Hergovic, and if he felt like Eddie was trying to ice him out.
Of course, you know what? I'm
yeah.
willing to think. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because he didn't fight him, but I think he's probably willing to. Whatever his reason was then, I'm sure he's willing to. Now.
Hergovich, shout out to Danny Dubois because he showed the world exactly who Hergovich really is. And unthought by the majority, Danny went out there and jumped on him. You know, Danny that has no heart, Danny that has a glass chin. He went out there and jumped on Hergovich and he out-toughed him.
And walked through fire to do so.
And he walked through fire to do so. You need to see Danny Dubois is who I thought he was. He just had a learning experience as he's gone forward. He's failed forward. You see, when he had that loss to Joe Joyce, if he had a big enough ego, he'd have disappeared then. But he didn't. He got right back in the saddle and said, hey, I'm here. I'm going to fight again. And then he had the Usyk situation. And I keep telling y'all, I have my own thoughts about the Usyk situation. I think he was thinking self-preservation. If I really smash the gas on this guy, I got to worry about getting the hell out of Poland. My black ass. That's what I think. He'll never say that out loud. But that's probably a conversation he has amongst my people, these people. That's what I think he has a conversation. Well, I understood what I was looking at. But he wants to run it back with Usyk, and Usyk's he's not opposed to it. And I think Danny will get him in the rematch. But getting back to Michael Hunter, he's unsung. Now, when people talking about saving, quote unquote, American boxing, you want to put it in the lap of Tank or a guy like Michael Hunter, who's willing to do the work, and people are keeping him out of the workforce.
And Hunter is a proven fighter, bro.
That's right.
He has a pedigree. See, that's the thing. Listen, remember, today we talk about the Participation Trophy Society.
Mm-hmm.
People who would ordinarily be nobodies are all of a sudden somebody because they've been allowed into the circle. They've been allowed to put on the uniform and parade around, and you get a medal, everybody get a medal. Michael earned his. He earned that. That's why a lot of the pros have steered clear of him, because he's got pedigree. He might not have the name, but he has the experience and the capability of beating guys. You think, listen, if Jarrett Anderson was so whatever, right? Why did I put him in the ring with Michael Hunter? They didn't put him in the ring with Michael Hunter because of his pedigree.
That's right.
He can probably box circles around the guy and teach him some things. He could do that to half of the heavyweight division in the top 10, because a lot of those guys are just brought in to be a part of things, but they're not that darn good.
That's right.
This is why I credit what you just said about Daniel Dubois. He's failed forward, but he has learned, and he's been on a tremendous learning curve. And the fact that he has learned and gotten more confidence in himself, and the way his dad and Don Charles are steering his career and what they're implementing in him, he's dangerous because he can knock your head off too.
Yep.
Danny Dubois.
The thing about it is that's what a fighter should be, right?
He wants to knock somebody's head off.
Yeah.
Daniel Dubois, to me, is the closest thing to the complete package in the heavyweight division. He has great size. He has good feet, power, speed, and decent defense. He's an all-around fighter. I'm not saying he's a complete fighter. He's an all-around fighter. He gives you everything that we say we want in a fighter.
And he has pretty good ring IQ because when he knocked Anthony Joshua out, he drew Joshua into the knockout.
He did.
You know what else?
If you notice when he was going, I'm sorry, Shao, I'll say this real quick. If you notice when he was going after Joshua, it was a little difficult because Joshua could get out of the way of some of the stuff and he might catch one, but not a solid second shot. But when he drew Joshua in and Joshua committed himself, boom. Counter punch, knocked him out, end of the night, end of the fight.
That's right.
And that's smart. That's
right.
a guy working with something up here.
He sees it. No, I was just gonna say, he sees the openings. He also listens on the fly when they're out there. I believe that's Don Charles because we don't really see him, but he's giving them direction. You'll see him look over there and he'll execute right then and there. I love me.
He listens to his corner.
Yeah.
Yep. He showed great patience because AJ's a puncher himself. I'm not going to take a credit away from AJ. And in that last round, he did hit Daniel. Daniel felt it, but what happened to him quitting? Because he ate a punch from a puncher. Because a hurt man is a dangerous man. And he ate two of them.
Because of the way he knocked out Big Baby Anderson, people have compared Bacoli to George Foreman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see that because George Foreman he wasn't a front runner. George was for real in how he fought. If anybody's close to George Foreman in how they fight, it's Daniel Dubois. He's got a telephone pole of a jab. He can knock you out with either hand, but his right hand is particularly damn good. And he's kind of crafty. He's doing some things in there. If you look at how he holds his guard, he don't drop his left down low and all of that. It's always up here, like right here with the shoulder. The left hand is right where his shoulder. That means if you're coming over the top, he can either do this or go under it. That pulverizing left jab he has, he can hook off the jab pretty darn good. There's little crafty things he does that are kind of like, it's almost like, wow, you see guys in the old days fighting like him that were real strong and stuff like that. The UK got a gem in that kid, and they don't even want to praise him or whatever. They're looking for somebody else.
Yeah, sad.
He don't fit the prototype of how they want a guy to look.
Right.
And it's a damn shame. Because as much as they wanted to push AJ up there to that spot, he's the only one since Frank Bruno who's earned the spot.
That's right.
He earned it.
That's right.
In fact, was it not myself that gave a cross of history that his fight in AJ was like Lennox
Lewis and Frank
Bruno's? I talked about that. And It came down, it ended up with the same person won, almost under the same circumstances. 2 rounds difference. Lennox knocked Bruno out in the 7th, and Dubois knocked AJ out in the 5th.
Salute to our brother. He love this clip, bro. Salute to our brother Eric Jordan in the Super Chat. He said, "Power and fury of the ninja sword made the ninja go good."
Give power to my nigga sword!
I love that clip. Chesamane, salute Chesamane. He said, "I think they compare him to Foreman is the way he generates power, that like arm punching. He doesn't load up, and he's very hesitant." I see why they would get the comparison.
The lumbering.
But it's still different when you look a little deep into it. It's still a little different. But to bring it full circle back to Michael Hunter brings the same problems to this entire division that Alexander Usyk brings. The same problems, but he's not getting the shine. That's why I want the brother to speak up. Right now, I don't think he's kind of being frozen out of an opportunity because don't get it messed up. They know who he is. And if you throw Michael Hunter into this and he gets a win over, let's say, okay, let's get Michael Hunter and he's a good fight because he's a notable name, but he's a good fight to get Hrgović back on track. And he gets in there and he boxes Hrgovic's face in. I'm just saying that for an example. Let's say, okay, let's get him in there with Andy Ruiz. He's a good fight to get back. He going in and outbox Andy Ruiz. You can outbox Andy Ruiz. And now it's like, uh-oh, where'd he come from? So he got two. That's a double negative for the world. Number one, he done beat a notable name that they put a lot of stock in. Number two, he's a Black American.
Black American.
And I'm telling y'all, he provides the same problems that Usyk, the smaller guy, because he's one of the smaller heavyweights now, he's providing the same problems in that division that Usyk is providing. Mark my words. And if you don't believe me, go watch the Michael Hunter versus Martin Bakole fight. You'll see it right there. And I'm going to tell you something else. Martin Bakole was in better shape versus Michael Hunter than he was against Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson, he was about maybe 40 pounds. Look at his stomach. Almost he was about 40 pounds heavier. Yep. He was about 40 pounds heavier, and his trunks were tight around his waist and bottom. You understand? And I just noticed that because when I went back and watched the Michael Hunter Bakole fight, you could see a outline of the six pack on Martin Bakole. When he came in there against Jared Anderson, I said, if that's in shape for him, then that's in shape for him. And he beat the shit out of him.
Let me make something clear about me talking about Dubois and being Foreman-like. I'm not talking about the 40-plus-year-old Foreman. I'm talking about the 24-year-old Foreman that fought Ali. That's who I'm talking about. I should have made myself clear when I said that because I was not talking about that. Bakole, they think of him and the 40-year-old Foreman being similar, but I don't even see that. But when I'm talking about Dubois being Foreman, like I'm talking about the young George, because the young George had fast hands, he had a good punch, he had a pulverizing left jab, he was a strong man, and that's exactly what Daniel Dubois is. And in fact, roughly the same age Big George was. I think Dubois now is 26, and Big George was 24 when he fought Ali and lost.
Salute to my brother Freedom's March with that super sticker, man. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much. Man, I need Michael Hunter in that mix. I need him on the Riyadh season card. Let's do this. Delana, what up? What? Just off the tip of your head, if you were to throw Michael Hunter in there with anybody that is on right now, we could ignore rankings because Turkey's just putting stuff together. If you were to, with everyone that has matchups right now, the people that are just in limbo right now that have no work coming up, what would you like to see? Who would you like to see Michael Hunter in there with?
You said they have no work, but I want to see him fight myself, Cavalier, Hrgović. Who else was I thinking of? I wouldn't mind seeing them just get a start with a Jabba, but and I mean these are people who have fights, but
a Jabba got I think a Jabba's fighting Martin Bakole next.
Bakole, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch.
Yeah. But I don't know if Bakole's camp will let that happen because that was a nightmare matchup for them.
Let this man get the WBA.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Mike can shake some stuff up, man. War Report says Wardley. You think?
Oh yeah, I meant to ask him about Wardley. What he thought?
Yeah, that's a good fight.
Fabio Wardley.
Yeah,
I like that.
I know.
Wardley fought on Riyadh season already. Yeah.
What?
Wardley fought on Riyadh season already, right? Did I miss that?
His fight in October was on the undercard of Bitter Beef and Bibble.
Yeah.
He fought. That's when he knocked out Big Frage Clark again.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, man. But I want to see that brother get some work now, man, because he provides a lot of issues. And I'm backing the American fighter now. I'd like to see now Michael Hunter. The American public. This is another guy that we need to be promoting, supporting. This guy right here. And we're giving this praise to Martin Bakole, which is fine. I like Martin Bakole. Shout out to Martin Bakole because he proved to me he made us right about Jared Anderson. No shade. But when he started kicking his ass, I said, see this? I'm not satisfied saying, well, he had heart. He didn't give up. He got his ass kicked, man. He had heart. He didn't give up. He just got stopped. And he was getting hit with shit that Michael Hunter wasn't getting hit with. And he's a smaller guy. But you put a pimp hat and a jail outfit on this kid and a couple of speeding tickets and some outrunning the police, and this is the guy we want to get behind? Jared Anderson, Tank Davis, and you got Michael Hunter sitting here? And you wonder why I have a problem with American boxing? You got Michael Hunter sitting here, and you want us to get behind Tank Davis and Jared Anderson. You got Devin Haney right here, and you giving me Tank Davis and Jared Anderson. High-speed chases and arrests in pimp outfits and jail outfits walking to the ring, and we got Devin Haney and Michael Hunter and all these good, clean, and wholesome brothers waving the American flag, amateur records.
That can fight. Michael can fight. Michael can fight.
You see what I'm saying? This brother needs a shot. This is the guy, you saw his little boy in there, daddy. That's the story right there. We done shit on Deontay, did we not, America? So when you got to understand, when people tell me, oh, this is good for American boxing and I don't like America. What do you know about American boxing? What are we protecting? When we had champions, when we had good representatives, how the hell, and I got love for Errol. It's man down over here. But the truth is the truth. Why isn't Bud Crawford a blockbusting pay-per-view star? He's done the work. Tell me. It's because he's dark-skinned. Yeah, I said it. I know y'all. The same reason why in the UK, they're still talking about AJ. You got Dubois right here. You got one. Why aren't Dubois fans in the UK throwing Dubois in our face like y'all were throwing AJ in our face 5 years ago? I'm up for that. Oh, we're in the world of vice versa. I support Daniel Dubois. So y'all can't throw him in my face. I support the kid. The kid could clean up. I'm with it. I'm all about the best fighting the best. No shade. Y'all can't hijack that kid from me. You can't come over here. Hey, Daniel Dubois. Yeah, he's that dude. And shout out to his sister and his dad.
Yes, sir.
You can't hijack him from me. I support the brother. I'm wondering why y'all not supporting him. But you threw AJ in my face. Why? Because y'all are sexually attracted to him. But I know what time it is. The same thing over here with Tank. Don't worry, we got the same problem over here with Tank. We got YouTubers writing love poems about his hair and his swag and getting mad at other YouTubers and sending a YouTube video to Leonard Ellaby. Shara, you know about that?
No.
Okay, I found out today what the hell that was about. I said, what's he talking about doing YouTubers? I found out this clown, yeah, I'm talking about Boxing Ego, wrote a whole goddamn love passage about Tank, about his hair, about his swag, how he's not a weight bully, and got mad at Artman and sent whatever Artman did to Leonard Ellaby. And that's what made Tank talking about, I'm going to start suing your favorite YouTubers. What the fuck? I thought suing was a sucker's thing to do.
Yep.
You see, all you got to do is just sit back and let things unfold. Now he's suing, but Devin is suing for something for real. And by the way, if the lawsuit wasn't going to fly, look at that, 11 people dropped off. Oh, I'm getting too real for you? Don't worry, I'm going to keep cooking. All right? If the lawsuit wasn't real, why the hell is Ryan talking about drop the lawsuit and I'll comply? No. Turkey says you gotta be clean. You still ain't enrolling Bada. What you got in your veins, Ryan? But I don't want to get too deep because I got a whole week to trash him and to trash him with the truth.
He's getting ready for Lil Isaac.
To
the 11 that fell off, Drew. That's my new
informant for the police.
Yeah.
Truth
Yeah.
hurts. Truth hurts. Truth hurts, and here we are. Here we are. I see you. I see you, clowns. I see all of you. Your man wrote a whole passage about his unconditional love to Tank Davis, and then sent Artman. I don't know what Artman did, but sent it to Leonard Ellerby. Got Tank on there talking about I'm gonna sue your favorite social media artist. I said, what the hell is he talking about? You talking about Artman?
I was shocked. I did hear something about that, and that he was talking about Artman when he made that comment. That was shocking. Little old Artman.
Yo, listen, I can't speak for anybody. We're not millionaires over here. What the fuck you gonna sue us for? And here's the funny part. At some point, before you was on some nonsense, we all supported you, stupid. I was right here in my living room, bought your Ryan Garcia event, and I jumped up when you dropped him in the second round. I said, you can't touch my youngin'. Don't play with my youngin'. Stop playing with my youngin'. That was me in support of Tank. And now everyone's talking about, DHP soft. Oh, the lawsuit, soft. Your man's threatening to sue a YouTuber? That is soft.
But they gonna cheer that, yeah.
They're gonna cheer. You know what? I haven't heard anything. You know what I don't hear? I don't hear talking about getting it back in blood and being soft now. I don't hear none of that now. Devin wants that smoke. He just said, get your ass on Vada. And now everyone got a problem with Vada?
Vada. It's crazy, man.
When? How the hell did that happen? How the hell did that happen? And y'all buying into this crap? And these are the trenches that Michael Hunter has to shift through. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. He said, shout out to Miguel. He can't save his 304 no more. Can't save him.
Let me just remind people for the 1000th time. Ryan Garcia, he failed dope tests, not once, not twice, but at least 3 times.
Yeah.
And Vada had nothing to do with that. They merely collect. But he also failed the New York
Athletic Commission. That's right.
Test.
That's the verification.
So what? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? So you can hate whatever you. In other words, you really are saying that you want to promote cheating in the sport at any cost, as long as it's a guy that you like.
Yep.
And that, my friend, is why I asked Drew to play that meme a little moment ago, because see, that's really a strike against us, because we try to bring the real to you. We try to bring the truth to you, the sincerity of what's really going on. And you heard Mr. Hunter say just before he left us, this stuff is going on. He's been on the other end of it himself.
Stormy, who's training Tank?
The streets. And it's obvious. And that's the thing. Listen, that's why you don't pay attention to them. Huh? What I say about the guys that you see on the street, Drew, arguing and everything from a distance.
You can't tell who the fool is.
Which one is the fool? Huh? But I'll tell you one thing, for everybody that's gathered around them, it's a whole bunch of fools. I'm the guy going the other way.
That's right. And picture this, y'all, and this is what Stormy says. Let me dumb it down for the eye hustlers, because we got ear and eye hustlers. All right? 2 people fussing in the street. One of them is an EDP, emotionally disturbed person. Can you tell who's emotionally disturbed person when they both going back and forth? You don't know what, but watch this. Who are you when you woke up and being nosy and you're standing there? Co-signing one, enabling foolishness. You're just as silly as them. I'm not one for the foolishness. My block game is impeccable. It's as simple as that. You don't like what you see here? Come in here and say something foolish. You know what's going to happen. You're going to get blocked, make another account, come back, get my views up. It's as simple as that. I don't entertain you fools. 2024 was awesome. 2025 is going to be, y'all have no idea how good this year is going to be. We done learned some shit in the last 3 months. We done learned some shit. We done learned some shit. Y'all in trouble. And y'all, when I say y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all in trouble. So when people say, "Oh, American boxing," when they talking about Turkey's bad, why is Turkey bad? Oh, well, you know, we're trying to support American boxing. What is American boxing to y'all? What are you defending? Who, Tank? Tank was mad at everybody going over there getting a bag, and he's saying, "Well, I'm proud. I'm getting my money from here, America." Yeah. Why would someone be second or third fiddle to you, and you eating up all the money, and you're not doing the best you can when these guys can not only get the same or more money fighting their contemporaries with an attempt to be legendary? You don't care about belts, and you don't care about legacy. All you care about is your bottom line. And don't look now. The word on the street is Al Heyman has been assimilated. I got that from Star Trek, y'all. He's a part of the Borg. A meme is coming soon. Let me find out the PBC is not working with Riyadh season. If that is confirmed, y'all are done. And that might be the reason why Tank is talking about retiring. Oh, he's going to give me 15 mil. But, I thought, is it true? I haven't checked it. On Prime, you can go to Prime and still watch The Zone on Amazon. Is that true? Or something like that? I didn't check. Is that true? I don't know.
Prime and watch The Zone.
I don't know. What I'm saying, I don't know. Maybe I misheard that. I don't know because I haven't checked. I haven't researched any of that. I just heard some things. But let me say this. That might be why Tank is retiring. That might be. He's talking all this stuff now, and he's mad at a group of fighters, not his contemporaries, not only his contemporaries, but a group of fighters are over there getting a bag because they don't want nothing to do with the American market fighting under the flagship of Tank Davis when he's fighting not his contemporaries, but somebody at 130, and it's not for no belt. If Tank wins, which he's picked to win, what's he gonna do? Defend the 130-pound title? No. He's just doing shit to do it. So we're supposed to accept things that are mediocre as excellence? Now, if the American public got behind Michael Hunter, this is some guy I can support. He's frozen out of opportunities. He has a win against the guy that they're putting on a pedestal because he had a great win against an American fighter who wasn't who he was, and I knew that. And I said, this guy that we're celebrating beating Anderson, not for nothing. Shout out to Bacoli, but Bacoli already took an L to the American fighter. And instead of y'all talking about Michael Hunter, y'all talking about Tank Davis. But the people talking got lime green purses in hot pink fur coats with tight jeans. I don't listen to you anyway.
And they screaming, "Go America."
Go America. All of a sudden, y'all MAGA. I might be talking about that tomorrow. Y'all MAGA now, right? Make American boxing great again, right? Where the hell did that come from? Because, excuse me, a few years ago, there were more Fury fans and AJ fans and Pacquiao fans than American fight fans. And a lot of y'all were black. Where was your MAGA then? Make boxing great again in America. Oh, it could be great, but we hate Floyd. It could be great, but we don't like Deontay Wilder's legs.
When Devin fought Loma.
There was more Ukrainian fans here, black ones, than I seen black Devin fans. What are y'all talking about? But y'all like Tank's braids, though. Boxing Eagles writing love letters to him. He's snitching on a little YouTuber and going at letting Ellaby, look what this guy did. That's where we at, but snitching is not what we do here, though, right? Right? But then when you Google, when you AI, let me give y'all a little tidbit. And salute to our brother, Village Brother. He said, resistance is futile out in this motherfucker. Exactly, brother. Resistance is futile. Al Heyman has been... Wait till I do that meme, bro. Al Heyman caught it. He's walking around with a computer head, half a computer head now. When you AI, why people don't like Drew Titan on Google AI? Read what it says. It says that I'm a bot channel that excessively flags content. Where the hell did they get that from? Somebody said that about me, and the AI searched the system, and that's what they grabbed for, in reference to me. So I run around flagging people? How about when I tried to flag one person, the flag ain't stick, and they were in complete violation of what you're not supposed to do on YouTube. Listen, slander. That's slander. Because what I'm being accused of, I never did. That's called slander. So I'm giving y'all a gem, and I know you're not going to correct it. That's my cease and desist. You didn't do it, and it's okay. I'm cool with it. Documentation beats conversation. Don't you hear me always say that?
Yep.
How about when I say sometimes all you got to do is just let them talk, because time reveals all truth, and a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. Y'all was just telling us Devin is a sucker for suing, and you got your favorite YouTuber and your favorite fighter talking about suing a YouTuber. And the other YouTuber snitched on another YouTuber and tried to get him in trouble directly with the person he's talking about. All we do is talk about fighters on here. Good or bad, whether you perceive it as good or bad. So all of us are in violation somehow? So what's soft? You see? What you accuse us of, you are. You see? I ain't even lift the finger. I'm looking at y'all. Your boy Ego wrote a love passage. Y'all know what a passage is? When someone just, you don't even have to rhyme. He just wrote a love passage. Tank has his own. Art Man read some of it on his live the other day. Tank has his own style, his own braids. He's not a weight bully. And I heard it was like a passage of shit. And sent it straight. He put it up on Twitter, I think. And sent it straight to Leonard Ellaby, bro. What grown man does that? Doesn't it sound like a man defending his wife? She's beautiful, she's sexy, and how could someone say this about word? Now let me say this, and I'm gonna give him this work. I don't care. He ain't paying attention to me. That's a lie. Because when we had Malik Scott on here, and when I was fucking with Ego, he quoted shit that Malik said on our live. And when I was in his live, he shouted me out and says, "No, I'm gonna give you credit for that." I said, "Yo, use what you need, brother. Use what you need, brother." That's what I said to him. But the weird part is, hold on a minute. The weird part is, there was a lot of people that was in his chat that claimed they knew him, or I don't know if they were trolls or not. They're like, "Yo, man, yo, you are homo for real. I know you." And I ain't have a wrench on his shit. So he's taking my shit. He never wrenched me. I done super chatted the dude and everything. Never wrenched me. That's cool. I don't need a wrench to chill. If I support your material, I support your material. I'm cool on that. But that's just something I noticed. Using my content, I'm telling you it's cool. Never gave me a wrench. But people call him all kinds of, alphabet community. I have to be careful with my words. They call him all kinds of alphabet community, right? Calling him that. Right? And then I hear this passage. And you know who else was in this chat with a wrench? A guy, the only man that got kicked out of the LDBC. Well, he was the first man to get kicked. There's only been 2 that get kicked out. But the only man that got kicked out of LDBC, he was the first one. A guy by the name of Ronald Finkley. If you know, you know. had me looking at him like, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. I don't give a damn. I'm dropping names. Everyone use my name. What the hell could he say to me? What could he say about me? Not a goddamn thing. Because you know why? Let's play that game. I ain't lying on him. He's mad because he didn't get an interview with Bill. And when I'm painting this picture, the reason why I'm painting this picture is so that y'all know. These guys act like girls. You turn coat because you didn't get an interview, because he didn't hear you when you said his name, and it's become profitable to talk crazy about the black man that's actually doing something. You're supposed to salute black fathers. You're supposed to, but you're not. You're supposed to salute Devin. He tried to do everything at 135 to get these fights. Your man that you man crush over, he didn't do anything.
Man crush.
Quit acting light skinned. They don't like that. It's true. How do you go from standing in the pocket for Deontay Wilder for all of that stuff that was being done to him to doing a complete 180 and talking crazy about DHP? Either you're in your feelings about something or somebody cut you a check the way you going in and now you snitching. So when all you cats talking about, oh, you know, forget Turkey, I support American boxing. What are your thoughts on Michael Hunter? That's an American fighter you're supposed to stand next to. But you want to get behind Tank. You literally want to get behind Tank. Why? Y'all know what's coming.
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Better than that! Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Get Tank out of here. Take your Lamar Roach fight. I hope you lose early. I hope we have a Tyson Douglas moment. Get Tank out of here so I can tell the truth about him. And if you want to talk about you want to talk about supporting American fighters, not one of these mother effers talked about Michael Hunter. Not one. Because the truth is we have black American fighters. We have Bud. We got Deontay. Still, we had Deontay undefeated. Y'all rooted for Fury. Got Devin Haney. I still got niggas talking about, oh, I support Ryan. I don't care about no Osterine. After the racist outburst, you still fat ass DJ Academics. You punk, you clown.
He is.
You let that girl come up in there and steal like 250 racks from you, and you took her back. And y'all need, there ain't no coming back from that, bro. There's no coming back from that. How do you have Saucy Santana problems? Did he make you cry? That dude said he'd beat you up and then grape you. He said that. And you got on the line crying about it. I can't say what I want to say because I get killed. Man, you supposed to say F that. The dude said he was going to sexually assault me. Y'all ain't going to say nothing? Come try your luck. You supposed to I'd pay to see Saucy Santana versus DJ Academics. You know why? Because I think Saucy, he'd get him. And then he'd get him again. I think he'd knock your fat ass out, and then he take you in the room and you hear, But the thing is, you'd fall in love. DJ Academics, I see that in you. I see that twinkle in your eye. There is no man that I know in the history of life that'll have a woman steal, what was it, like 250 grand from him? And you took her back and she gave it to the next man. And y'all want to talk about black fathers? Let me ask DJ Academics a question. What does your father say when that girl stole all that money from you? And I heard she stole cash. Stole it from you, gave it to the next dude. What did your dad say? What? What did your dad say? DJ Academics is just a fat kid that hit the lotto. He has no real experience with any bad chick. Any bad chick you brought home, I bet you your boys hit first. They just hanging around you because you got deep pockets now. You might have some, I don't even know why you're famous. I think you're an industry plant because you're a sucker. You standing in the pocket for a guy like Ryan Garcia, who said he wants to resurrect George Floyd, kill him again, and join the Ku Klux Klan and call them a drug addict. And that's the guy you rock with? And you know that Devin Haney, that clip you revealed with his wife and her ex, you know that clip is 2 years old, man. You know that. Clicks and views. And there's something wrong with black people for siding with that nonsense. There's more black people side with Ryan Garcia in this whole Devin Haney situation. No code or nothing. No code or nothing. So when y'all talk to me, I'm proud to be an American and American boxing. What is American boxing to you? When we got Michael Hunter right here, I just told you, he fought Usyk. He gave Usyk a better fight than Daniel Dubois did and that AJ did. He was, at no point was he almost knocked out. We have a gem right here, a possible gem. He needs an opportunity.
Nobody's stomping for Michael.
And no one's stomping for Michael. Why? So when I say these things, what is America? Now y'all patriots. Y'all are FOS. It's an acronym. Y'all are FOS and you expose yourself daily. So if you don't support boxing, and Turkey could turn out to be a scumbag down the road, but he's innocent until proven guilty. That's what we do in America. He didn't do anything but get Queensberry, Matchroom, DAZN, and Top Rank together, and now the latest I heard is the PBC. He got everybody together, and I saw a picture with all these fighters. About 2 or 3 I can't stand. The rest I have no qualms with. And they have fights going. Now, how do you feel that Tank Davis is sitting up here about to give you a match that we didn't ask for? And even Ryan and Tio over there about to get work. And they ain't getting no light work either. And that's another thing I appreciate Turkey. There ain't no light work over there. Warm-ups, what's that? Get right to the smoke. If you have a fan base or you're highly ranked or you're a belt holder, come over here and get this bread. Don't talk to me about American boxing. We had gems and you turned your back on them. So F you with a lit flare. Shower, what you got on that?
That's what I'm just curious. All these people stomping around talking about Turkey, trying to take over boxing and that. Yeah, but like, where was the outrage when? Hold on a second. I got people moving around in my house. I don't know. I guess I feel some kind of way about the fact that, for one, none of the promoters over here been stealing money from these fighters and not giving us what we want. Turkey comes in here, he gives us what we want. But then you got people stomping for Tank.
Yep.
And it's not about being pro-American at this point, for real. Yeah, I do support our Black American fighters, but if you love boxing, it's about supporting the sport. This man is even making fights cheaper for us to watch. And PBC's been assimilated, like you said. So where do y'all go with that now? What is your argument now that? Because some people was just simply stomping for PBC.
That's right.
Where do you go with that now? These people don't have no argument. I think people just like being angry. I think people just like being bitter and having something to fuss about. I just don't have time. I generally try to stay out of the conversations even about like the crap Tank was doing. All that crying when they had the award ceremony. I hate that stuff. I hate drama. I hate sensationalism. I'm just here for the sport and the fighters to support them. I don't care about the rest of that stuff. If Tank quits tomorrow and never fight Roach, y'all, I would not be mad. I'm not mad.
I want him to go away.
I do too.
To go away. I want him to go away. If Tank goes away, boxing could be that much closer to being as normal as it possibly can. Because Tank is keeping this abnormal behavior alive, and it'll force these content creators to talk about something else. I talk about Tank. When I talk about Tank, it's barely about boxing. It's about his foolishness.
When I was talking to Stormy this morning, I said, I don't think it will make them go away. Because sadly, the majority of people will, they'll track to that. They'll track to the negativity. Sadly, the majority of people love sensationalism.
Yeah,
they love Tank's. I call it his wig. You know, they love that. I don't got time for it. To be honest, I don't care if that's Tank's real hair. I don't care what he did to it. Dude, is you gonna fight? That's
right.
Is you gonna fight Shakur? Because I showed him. I mean, I'm not mad at Roach. Fight Roach, cool. But we there's something specific that we want to see. I'm not paying no dang $90 to watch. I'm just not gonna do it.
Back in the day,
that's not American.
I'm going back to 7th or 8th grade. If you were caught saying something negative about Al B. Shaw or Ralph Tresvant or LL Cool J, these girls in my school would literally throw hands with you. Don't be talking about my baby. They didn't even know them. That's these Tank fans. Don't be talking about my baby looking at. That's how y'all are.
And it's
don't be talking, your head going just like this. Don't be talking about my baby. Don't be talking about that. That's y'all. Your baby got a perm. Your baby was loud colors. Your baby ain't doing anything that I expect from a true champion. And you're mad at me for saying, look what he's not doing. All this talent. I'm not giving any fighter any credit for something that they haven't done. And I always said, I can't gauge Tank. Okay? I'm not even giving him the Frank Martin fight anymore just because I want to be a douche about it. Because I had it on word from the camp that Frank was dehydrated. So that's his fault. Cool. You know what else was his fault? Tank's fat ass missing weight. That was his fault too. So for all things being equal, he's missed weight. You know what else is his fault? His choice in woman. Why are you putting a chick in the goddamn $1 Million Dream or the Cobra Clutch at a basketball game? I look at that video, Shorty was like this, trying to tap out. No ref. The hell? No wonder Floyd Schofield has nothing to say. I saw a whole video of him dragging this woman across. You were my woman. I saw that. Did I do a video on it?
How come people got mad at the pregnant lady that Tank ran over for wanting to sue him? And he didn't have no dang remorse about that.
This are the people, these are the people that we find ourselves in debates with. He ran the bitch up. I don't mean to call her a bitch. I'm just talking. Ran her over with a car and left the damn scene. And we said, wait a minute, you can't do that. I don't care if it's a grown man. You can't leave. First of all, you can't hit anyone with the car and let alone leave the scene of an accident. And you get mad at us for saying, why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that? And get mad at the judge for being mad at him for not having no remorse. Yeah. He did.
You mad at us? He We broke the law. You mad at us? Got all these apes running around here. And Turkey saying, no. You got contemporaries. I got bread for you, but you're going to fight who I want you to fight unless you retire. So now we was like, what is Tank talking about this retirement stuff? And now the word is PBC has probably been assimilated.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You
So
made a
after this,
great point.
we still don't know who these 7 fights were, right?
We
never
never
know.
will. We never will.
So now we're down to 6 fights.
And 3 of them is Roach. Remember, they got a rehydration clause. They got a rematch clause. Remember, they gonna have at least 3 fights.
They got a rematch clause even if Tank wins.
I think if Tank wins, I think Roach did have the option to have one, so that would give you 2.
Oh no!
But if if Roach win, Tank can rematch, and I guess they could run it back a 3rd time. But
you know what? This is another reason why I hope Roach wins. Even if he gets to the cards against the Nod, that means we're gonna get a rematch, and I'm gonna clown. I'm gonna be like, yo, y'all gonna have to pay for that shit again. Another $90. We didn't even. And then if Tank wins the rematch, Roach will be like, yo, we gotta have a rubber match. Y'all gonna get 3. Tank versus Roach. That's what we doing? Man, listen, let me stick it to y'all. At 135, Teofimo Lopez has a better resume than Tank. How did you let that happen? So does Lomachenko. How'd you let that happen, y'all? Devin Haney became undisputed. How'd you let that happen? But y'all, you fighting Lamont Roach. Have fun. You guys are pathetic. So when you talk about I'm sticking with American boxing and you got Tank on Twitter, Tank is not the representation of American boxing. Michael Hunter is. And y'all don't even say that man's name. That's how I know y'all frauds. That's how I know. That's how I know. Jerks.
I want to know how come nobody ever got upset with Tank sitting up under Devin as long as he was in 35 and had that damn title. How come nobody ever got mad at Tank for not trying to become the champion? You know, they'll have the whole arguments about, he didn't send the contract, he did, but Devin don't fight. Oh, that man could have did that. So how come there's really no question about why was Tank just comfortable sitting right there? And
because
then
belts don't matter.
Prize fighter. It's just a bunch of circular BS, man.
Yeah. They say Tank told his fans belts don't matter.
But
belts
then he wanted to be undisputed.
The WBA said take this belt. He said I don't want this ish, but he got it.
He got it, and kept it.
And
said he wanted to be undisputed. Like now he's crying that he's back to. That's what I'm saying. It's circular. Now he's back to I'm a prize fighter.
Here's my question.
Bipolar, dude.
If Lomachenko ducked him, and you know what? I'm gonna be a douche about it. I'm not even gonna say that Loma ducked him, just because I don't want to say that no more. I'm not giving him nothing. All right. Why didn't you say, okay, let me fight Kambosos, although he's coming off of a knockout loss? Fight him, jerk. You could have unified with Shakur, and now Floyd Schofield Jr. is stepping in and getting that Saudi money, and I think he's a co-main event. And if he mess around and beat Shakur, how you gonna feel, Tank? I'm gonna tell you ain't gonna have no feeling, because if the PBC was assimilated, guess who's fighting on Riyadh? Yo ass. And we're gonna see what you want. Or you can retire like you said you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But as far as American boxing is concerned, that's not Tank Davis, it's Michael the Bounty Hunter. F you guys, y'all don't know boxing. Y'all know pink purses and tight jeans with rips in them and black painted fingernails. My Tank Davis video is almost done. Every time I'm almost finished with it, he does something else stupid. And I got to add it to the damn video. And it's going straight to Patreon. Drew Titan LLC on Patreon. Go follow me there. You're going to get it raw and uncut. I got to watch my mouth on these god-awful YouTube airwaves. Patreon is going to be where it's at. I'm letting all my members know. If you can afford to be in both places, do so. But you can discontinue your membership. Go follow me on Patreon. because YouTube don't give out notifications. They don't respect you as a supporter. They unsubscribe you. All right? And every super chat you send me, they take 30 cents off of every dollar. I appreciate the super chats, but if you can, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. Don't give these jerks at Google any of your bread, because they don't like me and they damn sure don't respect you. But I'll take their AdSense money. I'm not wealthy, but it pays some bills. Shaba, let these people know where they can find you, Queen.
Right here on YouTube, Shawalaya77, IG T-Money_SF, and that's about it.
There you go. The link to her channel is pinned to the top of both of my channels. That's right. Let's boost this sister. Let's do it, because that's what we do. Stormy, the sensei, let them know how they can find you, good brother.
Everybody can find me right here on YouTube, man. They know where to find me. They be out there peeping through the blinds in the bushes. And it's Stormy. That's all caps, but no cap.
And I think the Queens of the Ring should be on. Let's go support our queens. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love to y'all. Salute to Michael Hunter. I know his baby boy, his baby boy was on it, so he had to roll. But salute to him. And if we're gonna support American boxers, we're supporting him. Get Tank the F up out of here. Y'all go do it. I'm not doing it.
And hit that message for him one more time, Drew.
One more time.
It's an informer for the police.
Damn, it's not coming in clear.
It didn't come in. Okay.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Well, let's get out of here, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And y'all take it gently. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.